So in this video, we're gonna go through 5 reasons why people swap LS V8 engines into a Mazda RX-8 or RX-7. So if this is your first time on this channel, we make videos about RX-8 tips, awesome mod installs, maintenance videos, and also my RX-8 drift build is coming up. So if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely consider subscribing. So the first reason, and it's mainly directed to the US, is that the LS engine is very common and can be found almost everywhere. And in addition to that, the price is pretty cheap, especially if you buy a used one. So we can say that the cheap price of an LS engine and components is the first reason that people consider the swap. The second reason is bang for buck. The LS produces noticeably more horsepower and torque compared to a rotary engine. But let's put this into perspective. The stock LS1 5.7-liter V8 makes 350 horsepower at 5,400 RPM and 483 Nm of torque at 4,200 RPM. Meanwhile, the stock 13B Renesis 6-port makes 231 horsepower at 8,200 RPM and 211 Nm of torque at 5,500 RPM. So there is no question that the V8 is faster than the rotary. But what if we decide to modify the rotary engine to make more power? Turbocharging the Renesis will give you about 300 horsepower before you have to change the internals or do some porting. But with a big budget and proper build, you can get up to 400 horsepower. But whatever you do to the 13B Renesis will not exceed 400, maybe 450 horsepower. And if we take into consideration the old 13B, you will not exceed 600 horsepower. On the other hand, supercharging, porting and camming the LS1 will give you about 700 horsepower before you have to go forged pistons and rods. And with a big budget, similar to the one of the rotary, and a proper performance build, you can achieve up to 1,200 horsepower. So even if a LS swap and tune costs a bit more, you'll still get more horsepower and reliability compared to a maxed out rotary. At number 3, we have the instant power delivery without trashing the engine. Although high revs are the party piece of a rotary engine, it can be bothersome to always fight your way to the top range of the rev counter. The LS, on the other hand, makes an insane amount of torque and it has big low and mid-end power delivery, which is very useful for drifters because they don't need to stay near the red line all the time and can focus more on driving. Number 4, higher reliability and easy low-stress ownership for experienced and non-experienced owners. So the reason people think that the rotary engine is not reliable is because most of the owners didn't know how to take care of it properly, and then spread the bad word around other people who never heard or driven a rotary car, and the perception of an unreliable rotary car is born. It's true that the RX-8 and RX-7 could have been refined a bit more, and there are some pretty annoying issues that you have to fix before you can enjoy a reliable RX-8. But after that, it can pass 100,000 miles with no issues at all, if you take care of it properly, that is. But many people don't have the time, money, nerves or skills to play around the RX-8. They like the way it looks but want to eliminate the hassle of a rotary engine. And that's why a hassle-free V8 is a good solution. You just put it in, drive it like a tractor, lend it to your dog or let the first-time owner drive it with no knowledge of cars whatsoever, and the engine will still run smoothly without you repairing it every year, and will require just the basic maintenance to keep it going. And the last reason why people swap the rotary engine is a lack of knowledgeable mechanics. Here I'm taking into consideration the whole world, not just the US, because in some countries there are almost no specialized shops that know how to repair rotary engines, and getting it repaired in another country can be a very expensive investment. And that's why a V8 motor is a cheaper investment due to its simplicity to repair and vast presence around the world. If you guys know any other reasons why people swap the rotary engine with an LS engine, let me know in the comments below. So if you found this video informative, give it a big like and consider subscribing for more awesome RX-8 videos.